everyone, it's DB the Decent Gamer back with Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, as you know, we ended the Yuri Path, but now we're going to do the Natsuki Path. And then before Act 2, we're going to do the Sayori Path, and then go back to the Natsuki Path. So let's begin, new game, and we're not doing Leash DB again. As much as that voice was fun, like, no. Let's do something different. Leash DB die. And we'll just go with this chick. Dr. Professor. You only get that reference if you watch SpongeBob. But we'll just go with, we'll just throw a DB in there in the end. So we're going Dr. Professor. Yeah, we've done this part. Okay, we'll start here. I overslept again, but I caught up to you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Wait, let's read that again. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Dr. Professor DB. Yes, again, throwing DB in there. That's Dr. Professor DB to you. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're that we're a couple or anything. Wow. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Go to school together. Oh, by the way, Dr. Professor, that's Dr. Professor DB to you. Have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining clubs. I haven't been looking forward. I haven't even been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. And then, yeah, it must have been when I was just letting her blab on. Yeah. Yeah, the plebe. Or, no, not a plebe, a nit. Alright, so let's move on to the real content. Oh wait, I forgot. We have a skip button. Oh shoot, too much. Actually, no. Yeah, we did all this. Alright, now things are going to be different because we're going to do Natsuki. Alright, so this thing, so gotta think carefully. Bubbles, yeah. Yeah. Alright, melody. Let's Nightgown. I remember Nightgown being one of them. Previous one. Part? No. Well, it's not gonna be perfect, but hey, we'll take what we get. Lollipop, I remember being another word. I think, yeah, I figured pink would be one. Yeah. Again, not gonna be perfect. Doki Doki. Easy. Ribbon. Curious about this one. I should have known. Yep. Alright, two more. You gotta be careful. Dang it. Nothing hard. Out, time, play, loud, together, candy. Communication, software. Oh! What a relief. And playground. Hi again, Dr. Professor. Glad you didn't run away on us. Thought about it. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. But I'm back at the Literature Club. Alright? So. Yep. Yep, the Slack. Actually, no. Just in case. Yep, shy, or being shy. And she also hands me the book at the same time. Oh, I think this is where, yeah, this is where things change. I hear no, Leash DB is dead. He's done. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. Oh, I wonder what that could be. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Uh-oh. You looking for something in here? And there, blah. Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just going to mess it up? Yeah, I do agree with that. Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know that anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Yeah, we did. Besides, it's kind of written all over your face. Wow! Blowing your information in real life. I have never read a single manga in my life. Maybe that needs to change. Who knows? But at the same time, not cool. What's that supposed to mean? I know, right? Ah, I see. There's a lot of volumes of manga myths. A stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull out one of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. Wow, thanks. What if I was wrong to read that? She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. See, a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. Yeah. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means that it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. Don't say that to Natsuki. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on the door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Dr. Professor. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge books by its cover. That's a saying everywhere, but okay. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. Read it! No, I'm kidding. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking anime feminine poses. It's exceedingly mo. Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Ow, 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 ow. Hey, stop it. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Hey, this ain't sitting, this is standing. No, I'm kidding. Don't worry, it's coming up. Okay. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be closer together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say a particularly bad thing. Oh wait, no. Not that I can say that it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I felt that. I could feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Whoa, how long has it been since I read the... Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. I am, but nothing really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? You're about to get smacked. Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? Yes. I mean... Well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny character that where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps you get to know the character. Besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all the kind of drama. Like, then they get into all the backstories, and when some of the romance starts to happen, that's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts, Oh, so it's a comic book version of a romance novel. I'm gonna be bored. Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! Oh, that was funny. What's that supposed to mean? uh, Natsuki gives me a little shove. Oh, well, at least we weren't smacked. At least. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. She's not buying it. She's not buying it. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? You're asking to die. Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. What? Why? Does that matter? It doesn't matter. I just was curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get back into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Like I would ever get into something because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. Definitely not a coincidence. I'm glad these are her thoughts. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from the manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Aww. You should tell her that one, if that's the case. Not to mention, she's really good at it. So who am I to judge? Aww, you're cute. I don't know. She's just kind of adorable. Not my type, but she's just adorable where I could just pat her on the head and then she would murder me for doing that. I don't know, I just have this strange urge. I want to pat her on the head. I know how weird that sounds. Shut up. We read... we read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? No. No, I got that. It's not, even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. Yeah, it's always fun. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. I agree. You know what I mean? I don't think she gets what you mean. You don't. Aw. That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. Aw. I want to pat her on the... there. Next second, oh, my arm! She ripped off my arm! What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Aw. Jeez. Ah, sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Ugh. I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who could judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? He's calling us a loser! I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Kept Monica... Oh, except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself right now. So, geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Jeez, yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. Aw. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki pulls her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But gets especially bad when I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. What? Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. Aww. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Yeah, it's making me happy too. Okay, everyone. Yeah. Are you all ready with today's poems? God dang it. Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just want to make sure we have enough time. Though, you do look pretty cozy over here, over there. Ha ha ha. Eh. Ah. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hesitantly slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, I guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Eh? Is that really alright? I just say that because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course, it would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. I understood, ma'am. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But no, wait, there's no good shows nowadays. That'll be easy. Nah, I'm just kidding. There's probably, it seems like there's like tons of good shows in Japan. US, we're unlucky. We're not very lucky. Been having a lot of trash lately. Anyway, but I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. I think it's worth it too. Or am I more scared of what happened if I don't finish? Alright then. Stand up. I return to where I pull my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write the poem last night? I wish I did. Yeah. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna save this. We're gonna need to save as much as we can for this Natsuki path, and then us to go to the Sayori path, and then back to the Natsuki path. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share your poem with? I can't wait! Yeah. Alright. I guess we can start with Sayori. This is a good poem. Yep. We've... The Sayori, for the most part, likes our poems, so we're gonna just skip her stuff. Apparently there is one occasion where she says this is really bad, apparently. That's, like, extremely rare. Did I read this one? Yeah, I read this one. I want breakfast. Oh, man. All these girls, they have such a good charm to them. Except you, Monica. Go screw yourself. Especially especially what you had us do in the Yuri path. What you did. But yeah, Yuri and Natsuki and Yuri are definitely where things change a bit. And then Monica, yeah, she's just a simp. Actually, let's get Monica out of the way. Oh wait, no, she might be different too, because we're going the cutesy direction. The cutesy. Having a good time so far. Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestion for the yeah. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Be too afraid. Anyway, you want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Dr. Professor. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monica, the poem? I like it. Yeah, figured. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, there we go. Original dialogue. Some different dialogue. Oh, geez. Oh, no. It's kind of makes me something think of Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. There are a lot of poems or stories out there that were no more than a few simple words. Then you can be funny, endearing, or even sad. Sometimes there's only a few lines long. There might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to nowadays. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert. Okay, just wanted to check the time. But you probably won't find much filler in her poems. There might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it wouldn't be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Yeah. Don't care, Monica. Get out of here. You read that? Get out of here, Monica. Nobody cares. Alright. Let's see. Which one? Natsuki or Yuri? Natsuki or Yuri? Actually, let's do Yuri next, since Natsuki's the one we're going for. Kind of like how... No, wait, no, we went in order. Fine, let's do Natsuki. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, can't find anything you don't like, can you? Natsuki reads my poem. No, rereads my poem. Then never mind. I don't feel like giving my opinion. My opinion. Wow. And then what's the point of sharing this in the first place? Sharing in the first place. Let's read it again. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share your like Monica said. Ugh. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours wasn't really bad. If yours was really bad. Thanks. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and makes me go like, ha, well, it's not a great poem, but let me show you a real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying that you liked it. Natsuki retort gets caught in her throat. Whoa, you don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a lose that she likes my poem. In that case, you still need to show me yours, right? Sure, fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Yep, we read this. Yeah. Told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. But just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems? For people to express themselves? You're writing the style. What style wouldn't make your message any less valid? Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it pulls more weight on the wordplay. I like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did? I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud, then I take that away. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright. Let's do Yuri. He stares at the poem. A minute passes, more enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, so sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yes. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it would be after reading through it. So it's bad. It's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? Yes. I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help to notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just there are specific writing habits that are usually typically It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I think I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I can recognize in the new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up writing styles separate from the topic matter, and then they form fit together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them, but building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with patience and learning by example and trying new things. Also, I hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. Not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yeah. Actually, you could probably skip the rest of this. Actually, no. Let's just do the X, because we don't know how much is gonna change. Like the thing with Yuri, the book thing, like us reading it together, that did not happen. So we're just gonna skip on past. Oh no. No. Yeah, we're skipping this until we're forced to make a choice. I forgot how soon that happened. It only happened on day 1. Fine, we were a coward last time with Yuri. We're gonna go Natsuki. Oh, wait, no. I should have unselected skip. Yuri. Wait, hold on. That's on me. Hold on. I can fix this. Thanks for noticing. Hold on. Since we were a coward last time, we'll go with Natsuki. Yuri. You're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain in an attempt to bring myself up. I think that conveying feeling with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Ha ha ha. Shows how much you know. That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was the mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over to my shoulder. Sayuri is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Huh? Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that barely. Audible? Yuri. Yuri looks at me directly with a face that, like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Dr. Professor. Dr. Professor. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about, Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it. Okay, that's all. That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yay, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori. I'll go make some tea. Oh. Eh? I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it. I'm pretty sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone read each other's poems, right? Oh yeah, okay, so we're good. Skip it. Oh boy. We have a lot more to go through, so we'll select the next things for a poem.